Hi, I'm Mrs. Bencoma, one of the school counselors here at Lee High School. We wanted to put together a presentation to help you compile your college list. Applications are going to be due soon, and we want to better support you and your journey beyond Lee High School. So take a moment to recognize who your counselor is. They are going to be supporting you as you prepare those college applications, letters of recommendation, maybe answer a few questions if you have any. We're excited for you in this journey, but we want to help you go ahead and compile those college lists first. To begin with, it's really important for you to understand that there are 400 colleges in the US. You will be accepted to school. You're going to have a great time. You're going to thrive. It's all about your personal journey, not the name brand of the school. So please recognize that. Nationally, there is a 66% acceptance rate. So that includes everything from Harvard, which has about a 3% acceptance rate, or rejection rate. It depends on who you talk to. And then there are other schools that have almost a 100% acceptance rate, which are still excellent institutions that support students and their journey through that post-secondary experience. So it's not essential that you attend one of the top 50 in the US because it is a personal experience and what you take out of it. If you pass all of your high school classes with a C or better, you qualify for admission into a college, a four-year institution. Additionally, California community colleges are free for first-time, full-time students, especially in our area. There are some caveats there depending on the family income, but I know that West Valley for sure is free for those first 2 years. And then taking the SAT or ACT is no longer a requirement at all colleges for admission. The UCs and CSUs are considered test blind, so they're not even going to look at your SAT scores. So that should give you some comfort and ease as you compile your college list. However, having said that, there are some schools like MIT, for example, that does require testing. So when you compile your college list, make sure that you look at the requirements. So finding colleges that fit you best begins with self-discovery. That means making note of your interest, your goals, and what's most important to you. So always begin with what you know. Have you been on a college campus? What did you like? What did you not like? Remember, if there's something that you don't like, that's value. That tells you something about you. So it's important to make note of those things. So if you've never been on a college campus, plan to visit Santa Clara University, San Jose State University, West Valley College, UC Santa Cruz, just to get a baseline and something to compare other schools with. Take advantage of virtual college tours for those faraway schools if you're not able to walk on them. Keep a notebook or some kind of spreadsheet or however you do it to keep your thoughts organized because that is going to help you, maybe not necessarily with your college list, but definitely when later when you're making college decisions, you can say, you know what, I liked this about the school. I didn't like that, but it's going to help you discern what your priorities are later when you're making a decision. Keep an open mind and know your options. So it's really easy to be enticed by the idea of attending one of the top schools in the nation, or maybe they have an excellent football team. They're always top ranking on every list, or maybe they have famous alumni. But remember, this is your journey. So be open to possibilities that serve you best. You can visit College Search Step by Step, where you can learn about basic college categories and answer questions about your preferences. You'll also find an in-depth information about searching for colleges, along with advice from college students and educators. Additionally, these are some websites to help you understand the different attributes, such as size, location, selectivity, specialities, and even campus culture of colleges and universities. Another pro tip is following them on Instagram and seeing, okay, how are they marketing? What are they looking for? Do I see other students like me? Do I see myself there? And always, keep that notebook handy so you can make notes of that, because those are actually excellent questions to ask college reps when they come on the Lee campus. So ask yourself some questions. What am I interested in? How do I spend my free time? What do I feel passionate about? And how do I learn best? What do I think I want to do in the future? You do not need to know this red hot minute what you want to do in the future, but what do you think you want to do in the future? The chances are it's going to change once you're in college and you're learning more and being exposed to more. So decide what matters most to you. So for some students, it might be the sports and activities that are very important. Other students want challenging academic environment. Look at your answers to those previous questions and what do they say about you and what you may like in a college. I've talked to students, sometimes they have a visual image of themselves in college, and that's what they look for. They look for maybe, the trees that they can sit underneath to study, or maybe a library that has all the stacks to find a quiet place to study. So it's going to be personal to you. I mean, other people want schools that have a huge Greek life. Go ahead and write that down. What are your priorities? Because that's really going to help you stay focused and find the best schools for you. So, how do you search for those colleges? Use the college search. I'm going to share this slide deck with you at the end. So it's an embedded link. Use college search to find colleges that match your preferences. So search for colleges by location, major, size, and more. There's guidance to help you along the way. Also, Naviance and College Express are excellent resources. CCGI, which is rolling out now, has options too. So you have plenty of resources. Plus, you can always ask our college and career specialist. Make sure you go to those college visits when they're here at Lee, and you can ask your counselor. We will not do a college list for you, but we will provide insight if you have questions. So this is critical. This is going to help you. This is going to help us help you. Add your colleges to your list. Be organized. You want to make sure that you look at the individual profile of the colleges that come on your college search results. When you see a college you like, you add, this is for Naviance, add to list. Save it to your favorites list so that you can return later and refine your list as you go along. Create a spreadsheet for all the colleges you're considering. The spreadsheet should include information on each college you have visited or researched, including size, top majors, and other programs, the admission requirements, and deadlines. That's critical. And whether the school's admission requirements make it a match for you. Sometimes you might have a dream school, but you don't exactly match what their admitted students are. So you can later add columns about that you can check off when you've submitted applications, teacher recommendations, and other requirements. Be sure that your college list matches the college list on Naviance, because again, that is how your counselor is going to help you. If we don't know you're applying to a school, we can't help you with it. So by being organized, this also is going to help you reduce your stress, not only for you, but also for your family. It helps you keep track of all your research and allows you and the family to compartmentalize the college search experience a little bit. This is a personal recommendation that you need to set a specific time every week to check in with your parents or the caring adults in your lives to give a status update. Typically, what happens is that parents will be very stressed as you are beginning your college applications, as you're checking off the boxes of all the to-dos. They want to make sure that it's done. They care about you. And at the same time, it can cause anxiety in the family. Go ahead, set a time to meet and talk. Think of it as a workout routine. You're not going to see any differences if you're weighing yourself every day or you're trying to get those gains. But if you check in once a week, that's when you start to see progress and see difference. This goes the same with college apps. And for the family, just talk about it once a week. If you talk about it too much, everyone is stressed out. And we want you to enjoy the experience. It's a beautiful growth experience. So make the most of it. And for the parents, this is your last year at home. And so there is a lot of anxiety going along with that. So try to focus on having that last year the best year. So you may already be stressed out with college apps. So yeah, talking about it incessantly is not going to help. Categorize colleges by match. And so what that means is you're going to have a dream, a target, and then a likely. And you can really determine those categories by looking at the numbers. So you're going to learn about the college admission rates, the median GPAs, the test scores, and that is going to help you compartmentalize whether it's a dream, target, or likely. You can also search common data set and then the name of the school for more in-depth information. And a note about test scores. Use 1200 SAT if you have about a 3.25. That's kind of the median. So, and you can go above and over. So in case you didn't test, but it's a test optional school and they're asking you, and just to help you find those matches. A list of 10 schools is recommended with a mix of dream, target, and likely. If you have more than 15, it's really too much. You can only go to one college. So think about trimming your list if it's over 20 for sure. So while any school that admits only a small percentage of its applicants is considered a dream school for everyone, and that would be, all the Ivy League, Stanford, you name it. It's important to categorize the schools on your list in terms of your GPA. So even if your GPA matches the admission for an Ivy League school, it's still going to be dream because of the number of applicants. They are considered highly selective. Some people refer to them as highly rejective. So that will always be a dream. We support that, but we also want you to be realistic about those expectations too. So a college is considered dream if your GPA is lower at the lower end or below what the college typically accepts. If your GPA aligns with that of accepted students, it's a target school. And a likely school is one that has a high percentage of applicants and admit rate, and your GPA is above it. So it makes you a well-qualified student. That's how you compartmentalize that college list. Do not hesitate to include schools that are an obvious dream, especially if they're going to be a good fit. So many selective colleges consider those non-numeric factors, like your activities, accomplishments, when they're making those decisions. Just be sure that your college list is about 1/3 dream a third target, and a third likely. You don't want to end up with a zero acceptances because they're all dream or target. You want to have it well balanced. You want to hedge your bets if you're interested in finance. This is just smart decision making. So understanding how to align your fit with the CSUs, you can take a screenshot of this, but this gives you a point factor and some math to figure out. This calculation is most important to those applying to CSUs with impacted programs like San Jose State or Cal Poly SLO. You always want to prioritize by fit. So talking to your friends and relatives, spending time on a college search websites, envisioning your life in college, and in-person or online visits can help you start to determine what appeals to you in terms of fit and create a preliminary college list. It's okay if your list is long initially. It's great if you're interested in a lot of schools. You can narrow down the list by asking yourself questions about fit, such as, do I want to stay close to home for college or go across country? How often do I want to be able to come home for the weekends to do laundry or only on the holidays? Am I looking for a small campus or a large university? Does this school have interesting sounding classes and subjects that I'm considering majoring in? And what about sports and clubs and activities? What are those must-haves for me? Write those down. If any of that resonates with you as a priority, write it down so that you remember to look for that when you're researching colleges. It's really important to understand the difference between match and fit. Match involves concrete, quantitative factors like, do my test score and GPA fall in the range of what the college accepts? Fit is more personal. It's going to involve factors like geography, school size, class size. Fit is that sense of belonging. Are there other people at the school who look like me? If you know you're going to need academic support, is that college going to offer it? Fit ultimately means that when you step onto the campus, you're going to feel you are in the right place. So a college may be a good match, but a terrible fit. And this is something that only you can decide. Talking about money, that is everyone's favorite subject. And just to put it out there, college is expensive. However, tuition alone should not automatically rule out specific colleges because it may be a school that gives a lot of financial aid, or you may qualify for scholarships. At this point, it's time to talk about your resources as a family. How much money are your parents able to pay? How much debt are you willing to take on? The earlier you talk about this, the earlier you can start applying for those scholarships and looking into different ways to economize. I will tell you that there's a lot of colleges outside of California that are private that love California students, and they offer a lot of merit aid or other scholarships. I've met a lot of students who could have gone almost anywhere for the same price as going to a CSU, which is roughly $30,000 a year. So that's something to think about, and definitely talk as a family about it. So many students only apply to state colleges and universities because they and their parents assume that private colleges are too expensive. However, many private schools have large endowments and offer generous scholarships based on merit and need. So it's a good idea to include some of both types of schools on your college list. If a school offers minimum financial aid or it's across the country and your family budget makes airfare prohibitive, maybe you shouldn't consider that on your list. But have those discussions before your list is finalized because you don't want to have heartbreak in the spring when you have to say no to a school that you can't afford. This is going to be an embedded link for you to do more research about money, that return on investment. Right now, your college education is going to be the biggest investment that you place on yourself. And it's a good idea to know, what is that return on investment? So, for example, if you plan to have a career that is fulfilling but doesn't pay well, you probably don't want to, select an expensive school to attend. So those are things to consider. What should you be doing now? Making sure that every school on your list is a good fit means that you're going to be less stressed out and potentially less disappointed. So when the college admissions are sent out, remember, you can only attend one school at a time. For more information about searching for colleges, visit How to Find a College That Fits You. And there's also another link, How to Build a College List. Thank you for your time. There is going to be more embedded links. And if you look at the bit.ly in the yellow box, LHS_college list pres, that is the link to this presentation. Thank you so much. We are so excited for you. You're going to do a lot of growth this year, and we're really happy to be a part of it.